Sunday is the perfect day to reset and plan for the week ahead. This is one of my favorite things to do every single Sunday is to clean up my house, get my business in order, get my meal planning in order for the week, and just have everything prepped and ready so that when the craziness of the week hits, I will be ready for anything. Here's some of the things that I do every single Sunday that make my week run a lot smoother. The first thing that I do is fill out my wall calendar. I bought this giant wall calendar from Amazon and it has been an absolute lifesaver for my month in general, but also my week. And I'm going to link this down below because I literally use this thing every single week. I always start off with putting the most important information on there, like my husband's work schedule, so that I know when he's going to be gone and we know if we have any free days throughout the week. We also plan out meals for the week if we have any doctor's appointments or other things that we need to do throughout the month that are already scheduled in. We plan out when we are hanging out with friends, and just anything that goes on in the month will go on this calendar. The next thing we do is we meal plan, which is super useful for people who are prone to going out to eat like we are. So it's nice to have my meals planned out for the week because I can look at the calendar when I walk by it and I know what I'm going to be taking out of the fridge or what I'm prepping for the day or anything like that. And this, as I said, gets written on the calendar so that we know what we are cooking, and then we can also plan for leftovers because we know roughly how long it's going to take us to eat these things so that we don't have to cook every single day. And it makes it seem a lot less overwhelming if we know we're having chicken one day and it's going to last us the next 2 days. So we're really only cooking 2 or 3 meals throughout the week because we cook so many leftovers to make it easier on me when my husband is working and I'm the only one home and having to cook dinner. And there's usually a few things that I have as my go-to meals when I don't really want to look at a recipe or I want something super simple, but eventually those things get a little bit boring. So we have a couple cookbooks that we go through. We have a crock pot one, an easy meals one, and a couple other ones. We will go through those and we've written down our favorite meals and what pages that they're on. So if we want to look at them very, very quickly, we know exactly what we want to eat for the week. And I actually created a meal planning binder. When we used to do HelloFresh, they give you little recipe cards, and we have kept all those recipe cards, at least our favorite ones, and we put them in this little hole punched book so that we can look through those too and get ideas for meals. Because like I said, if you eat the same thing every single week, it's going to get super boring. And I tend to forget that you're supposed to eat vegetables. I will have noodles every single day if you let me, and that is not exactly a balanced diet. So having all of these other options with cookbooks and the HelloFresh meals and things like that makes it so much better and easier to remember, oh yeah, I need foods from all of the different food groups and not just noodles. But the biggest advantage of meal planning is saving us money. What we used to do is we would go out to eat because we either forgot that we were supposed to be cooking dinner and we realized at 6:30 that we are starving and we have nothing pulled out of the freezer. So we would just go out to eat more frequently than you probably should go out to eat. And so eventually I decided it's time to meal plan so that we start eating healthier and we start saving money. Plus, we end up buying a lot less from the grocery store because when you think about what am I going to eat for the week or what am I going to eat for the day, it can be a little bit overwhelming because you think you have so many things that you need to plan and you need to plan 7 meals out for your dinner. When in reality, like I said, we plan for leftovers as well. So we have chicken one day and it lasts the next 2 days. So we're not cooking 7 days out of the week, and it makes it a lot easier and you're saving money because when we go to the grocery store, we're not just panic buying a bunch of things that we're never going to use. There's also a lot less waste because we know what leftovers are in there and when we plan to eat them. So we know when food's going to go bad so we can throw it out, but we are throwing out a lot less because we're actually planning out when we're going to eat those leftovers instead. So if you are not meal planning, I highly suggest that you take the time to do it because it really doesn't take that long, especially when you get into a routine of like, okay, what meals are we going to be cooking? And you kind of have ones that you rotate through. It does not take that long and it is not that overwhelming, especially if you get the big wall calendar that I mentioned, because then you can just write it down on there and you don't even have to remember. The next Sunday reset thing that I do is clean out my fridge. Once I am done meal planning, I want to see what I have in my fridge, and that might also alter what I have throughout the week because if I know I bought chicken and I didn't finish it all and I'm not going to be eating it, what can I plan throughout the week to use that chicken with? Or if I bought milk, I don't use a lot of it, so it usually goes to waste, but if I can find something to cook with it instead, then maybe it won't go to waste as quickly because I'll use at least some of it. It's also good to clean out your fridge once a week because you can throw out food from the week before that you're no longer using, or those like random ketchup sauce packets, barbecue packets that get pushed to the back of the fridge and you kind of forget about. It's nice to have a clean reset so you know exactly all of the food that you have, all the food that you don't need, and different things like that. Same thing goes for your freezer. You want to make sure you are throwing things out there too so that you don't have meat that expired weeks ago and you have no idea. And since we've just thrown out all of our food and cleaned out our fridge, we will also take the trash out as we go to the grocery store. So that is another little reset thing to do as well. We do grocery shopping once a week on Sundays, and this is perfect for us because it's usually one of his days off. And if it's not, we can put on our big wall calendar when we're going to go grocery shopping throughout the week if we have to plan it around my husband's work schedule. And it's also a nice little restock to reset the week because now you know that everything in your fridge is something that you were going to eat throughout the week. And since you have already meal planned and hopefully went through all of your cabinets to see what do I have, what can I use in my fridge and my freezer or in my pantry to start cooking for the week, you'll know what you don't have on top of that because you just cleaned out your fridge, and you can make a list after you meal plan or while you're meal planning to go grocery shopping, and then you know everything that you are buying you are likely to use throughout that week, and you save money because there's less waste. And you're not just panic buying things in hopes that you're going to use them. This has saved us a lot of money doing it this way because another thing that we used to do was go grocery shopping whenever the heck we felt like it. And that usually meant 3 days after we ran out of food, so we had to go out to eat because we didn't have any food in our fridge to cook for dinner. The way we were living before is definitely not ideal. So this is why this is a perfect Sunday reset routine to just get your life together in general. Once that's done and groceries are out of the way, I like to do a little bit of a cleaning reset. Now, I try to do this every single night before I go to bed. I pick up a few things that happen throughout the day. But of course, work gets busy, life gets busy, and a lot of times your apartment or your house gets a little bit messier than you planned throughout the week. So Sunday is a great time to reset all of your dishes for the week and make sure you don't have any dishes in the sink for Monday and you can have dishes to cook with throughout the week. Or like vacuuming your house or doing some like bigger chore that you don't do every single day or multiple times a week. This is a good time to do those things because hopefully your Sundays are nice and chill and relaxed and reserved for resetting your life as opposed to work and hustle and different things like that. So you can treat your Sundays a little bit slower and do the things that you don't need to do every single day, like vacuuming, like doing your clothes, cleaning the bathroom, whatever it is that you do. And hopefully that should do it for a nice, clean Sunday reset. And if you want to see more from me, check out this video of the 9 healthy habits you should have in your 20s. Make sure to like if you like and subscribe to my channel down below for more videos just like this. Bye.